everybody, this is your buddy DJ Clive. I felt it necessary to get in front of the camera for this one. A long time ago, back when Ranma 1/2 was at the height of its popularity in the US, the people from Viz Video would hold dubbing workshops and Ranma 1/2 Q&A sessions at college science fiction conventions. I went to a bunch of these and I tried my hand at some voice acting, and I saw in person a lot of the professionals like Lisa Ortiz and Miriam Sirwai. It was really cool. Every year, the head of Viz Video, this guy named Toshi, would give away a rare limited edition Ranma 1/2 DVD with all the Doko music videos on it. And he would give it to whoever could answer a really tough trivia question. Every year, the question was exactly the same, and every year, nobody could answer it. The question was this: what were the names of those two guys who always hung around Ranma at school? Oh, how I wish I knew back then what I know now. Here we have Hiroshi and Daisuke, Ranma's devoted classmates. The wide-eyed, poofy-haired one on the left is Hiroshi, and the short-haired, squinty-eyed one on the right is Daisuke. Now, I've received quite a few requests to do a profile on these characters, but what could one possibly say about these guys? These schleps who are just so underexposed that back in the day a good 99% of the Ranma fans didn't even know their names. What can I say about two such minor characters, so often on the screen but so barely ever noticed? You know, I don't have the foggiest idea, but I'm gonna try.
Have you heard about the lonesome loser, beaten by the Queen of Hearts every time? Have you heard about the lonesome loser? He's a loser, but he still keeps on trying.
Who can say why they were drawn to Ranma Saotome? Perhaps they like the drama, the emotional baggage and off-the-scale weirdness he brings. Perhaps these two had so little going on in their lives that they were transfixed by the utter dramedy that is Ranma Saotome, like moths to a light bulb. Or maybe, just maybe, they look at Ranma with stars in their eyes and hope to somehow leech off of his coolness. Hiroshi and Daisuke are the types of friends you never see outside a certain place, in this case, within the hollowed walls of Furinken High School. They share pretty much all of Ranma's classes, and where he goes, they follow. Although they root Ranma on and have his back should they go to war together, Hiroshi and Daisuke are very fickle, jealous types who often look upon Ranma with disdain. They see Ranma's life as all wine and roses and look at him as a chick magnet. It angers Hiroshi and Daisuke to see Ranma downplay his many budding relationships, and they are quick to take the side of the current raging female ruining Ranma's life. Like many people in Ranma's company, Hiroshi and Daisuke aren't the most trustworthy people in the universe, nor would one really want to lean on them in times of crisis. When faced with adversity, Hiroshi and Daisuke rarely stand up for themselves. They are weak-kneed and wishy-washy, and they have no problem letting Ranma lead the charge against their enemy. Is Principal Kuno causing hijinks at Furinken High? Is a ghost terrorizing the school after hours? Hiroshi and Daisuke will be there. They won't do anything about it, but they'll have a nice front row seat. While they talk smack like the best of them, they almost always disappear in the background of every major battle. Hiroshi and Daisuke are losers by definition. They do not have girlfriends, and if they continue their ways, they may never. While a guy like Hikaru Gosen Kugi at least tries to date women, these two are painfully bashful. With their proverbial tails in between their legs, they ogle and salivate over women clearly not in their league, probably dreaming up perverted fantasies and saying, "Why not us? Why not us?" They are utterly a hopeless case. Of course, there's a match for everyone in the Ranma 1/2 universe, and like Mickey to Minnie and Donald to Daisy, Hiroshi and Daisuke are not without their female counterparts. Meet Akane Tendo's best friends, Yuka and Sayori. In many ways, they are identical to Hiroshi and Daisuke, and in many other ways, they are like polar opposites. They are loyal, devoted friends to Akane Tendo, mostly out and about Furinken High. They go to her for support and give support in return. Never do you see one without the other, and they are always front and center should Akane face some form of dilemma. But that's where the similarities end. Yuka and Sayuri show no maliciousness towards Akane. In fact, they defend her whenever things go sour between she and Ranma. Hiroshi and Daisuke aren't the most true blue friends in the world. Sure, they'll lend a friendly ear to Ranma's problems, but seldom do they take his side. Yuka and Sayuri are generally very active. They're bubbly, spirited, and full of energy. They're very social and very positive. Hiroshi and Daisuke have a little more trouble adapting socially. That's not to say they don't try, but they can't get over their sly, weaselly, perverted nature. Is there any compatibility between these two duos? Maybe not, but in the chaotic world of Ranma 1/2, less is more. So, who knows?
Have you guys seen Ranma?
I think he went home.
You're sure?
What, had a date planned?
Course not.
Well, Ranma's the lucky one. Us lonely dudes are on our own.
Well, let's go. See ya, Kane.
Now, if that conversation isn't the meaning of those two guys' lives. And that's about all that can be said about Hiroshi and Daisuke, perhaps the most itty-bitty bit characters in the Ranma 1/2 universe. While the series may have never delved into the lives of these two, they have somehow gained a fairly impressive fan following. I'll admit it, there's a large untapped element to these two that I for one would be curious to explore. I wouldn't mind getting to know these two better, watching them goof on Ranma behind his back, hearing their sly, perverted banter, witnessing they trying to score with the chicks. And while they may be too nutty to confide in, or lean upon when times are rough, in this world, the crazy world of Ranma 1/2, the loony microcosm that is Furinken High, you'll need all the friends you can get. Now we know about the lonesome losers, may they someday find victory.
This has been a Ranma 1/2 character profile. And an extra special thanks go to Justy Hakubi and Sodor18 for the requests.